and streaming on Max.
Now to a new CNN report. Jamaica to the world, a small town on a small island celebrates Kamala Harris's meteoric rise. CNN recently sat down with some of Harris's relatives in Brownstown, Jamaica. It's a rural coastal town with about 12,000 residents, and they shared their remarkable insights about the vice president's origins, her ascension, and her historic presidential nomination.
I feel some sort of tears from my eyes too. You know, it's like tears of joy, you know. I'm very happy for her, you know. Because in this family, success is not anything too much for us, because it's a family of success in all we do. We have never ventured in much failure, you know. So we are always successful in whatever we do.
Let's discuss now with CNN's Frederica Schouten. She's part of the team behind this report. It's so fascinating. You guys really got to talk to a lot of people that have such a unique perspective on Vice President Harris. You write, Kamala Harris is, quote, the first black woman, the first Jamaican American, and the first Asian American to become a major party's White House standard bearer. And we were hearing from her cousin there. What more did you find in Jamaica?
It is interesting. This is such a small town. It's a little market town nestled up in the mountains. But they have such high expectations, as you heard from her cousin. Her great-grandmother is a big figure in this family. They call her Miss Crishy, and she died in 1951, but she helped raise Kamala Harris's father, Donald Harris. And she just held them to such high standards. They talk about her as though she's still alive. Even people who don't know her, they talk about, you know, how much she expected of the children, her beautiful dress, and the fact that they have always sort of dreamed big despite sort of the very small town circumstances that they come from. I mean, her father, Donald Harris, grew up in this town, ended up getting his PhD from Berkeley, and became the first black economics professor who was tenured at Stanford University.
It's a pretty amazing story, an amazing trajectory, and it sounds like from what you're describing, they're both surprised by it, but not surprised by where she's ended up.
Exactly. I mean, they really expect their family members to do well. Sherman Harris, whom you just met in that clip, is a businessman in town. He still runs a quarry on the family property. As we drove around town, people sort of greeted him with a sign of respect. But they're thrilled, of course. I mean, and in some ways, it really is sort of a quintessential American story. I mean, both of her parents were immigrants, and I think the public is getting to know more about her family history now. Her mother was from India, her father was from Jamaica. They arrived in California. They met as graduate students at Berkeley University, and one generation after that, their daughter stands on the cusp of history. I mean, in a few days, she's going to accept the nomination of a major party to be president of the United States. That's remarkable.
It is incredible. And did they say, will they be watching, I will assume, this week?
Absolutely. I mean, they watched the inauguration. There were screams, there were tears of joy, and they're going to be watching this week. Sherman, her cousin, who still lives sort of on the family property on this hillside overlooking the town, has a big widescreen TV, and he's going to be watching in his living room as his cousin steps into American history.
That is something. All right, Frederica, thank you. A wonderful report. You can find it on CNN.com. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. Coming up, we have new reporting on President Biden's thinking heading into his big speech right here tomorrow. Much more straight ahead from the Democratic National Convention in Chicago.